What's up, my always turn Christian girl TT, and I'm back with another video. So I know if you read by the title, then you already know what's about to go down. Yes, we're getting ready to do another Tipsy Tuesday talk. I know it's been a minute since we last did one, and yeah, I'm sorry if I'm kind of like talking funny with my mouth. It's because y'all know I have Invisalign, and now they just gave me rubber bands probably about a couple days ago. It might have been last week they gave me some rubber bands now, so I'm still trying to get adjusted to the rubber bands. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But if you are new here, my name is TT, or you can call me Tierney today. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I appreciate you. We back. I know it's been a month. It's been a long time. Should have left you. Like, every time I go missing, that's what I'm gonna start saying, y'all. Because life really be happening sometimes. Like, y'all only knew. But I don't remember the last time we did a Tipsy Tuesday talk. It's been a minute. If y'all really enjoyed this video, I will continue to do them. Because, you know, I kind of want to get in, you know, this Tipsy Tuesday talk is going to be a little bit more about, like, opinionated questions for me as well as for y'all. I'm going a little bit deeper. It's like conversation starter questions. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your channel. And don't forget to what? Turn on them post notification bell, because you won't hear me ring ding ding when I ring ding ding. You feel me? Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so the first question, so I have about 6 questions that I'm about to go over, and like I said in the comments, when I'm done, I want y'all to pick out of the 6 questions that I answered. I want y'all to pick one and kind of elaborate on it in the comments, you know, because this is not just a one-way street, it's a two-way street. Y'all interact with me, I interact with y'all. So the first one is what is the biggest lesson that life has taught you? So, you know, I'm about to be 30 years old next year. I'm currently 29 now. I think the biggest lesson that life has taught me is most definitely take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you make sure that you are good mentally, physically, and emotionally, I feel like everything else kind of falls in place. You know, I know for me, like, even when I'm like, even when my friends like ask me for advice, or just in general people ask me for advice, it's just like you have to make sure that you're okay. Like, because I think sometimes that, you know, we have friends, we have family members, we have dogs, we have kids, and sometimes we get lost in life, tailoring to those things, you know, tending to your dog, tending to your kids, tending to your family, tending to your job, and just anything around you. It kind of like consumes you a little bit. And I just feel like life has taught me, like, the biggest thing is to make sure like you have a balance between everything that you deal with, like literally everything. Like, you have to, because the more that you give over here, the less is over here, if that makes sense. For example, like, I work Monday through Friday 9 to 5. So when I get off work, I have to take Titan outside, I have to cook, I have to do homework because I'm currently in school. So a lot of those times, like, you know, it's been a month since I posted a video, YouTube is getting less of my time because I'm not, you know, balancing work and life like I should be. So that's one of the biggest lessons that life has taught me, is, you know, take care of yourself and to make sure you have a balance between everything. Like, it's okay to say no sometimes. Like, if you're not feeling up to par to kind of help somebody out, because I know me, I'm normally like the go-to person for, you know, people ask like, hey, can you help me do this, can you help me do this? Because, you know, people know that I have like really good ideas and stuff like that, and sometimes I just don't feel it, you know, sometimes I just don't feel like it, you know. So hold on, I'm gonna take this tip, y'all. If I forgot to tell y'all, since it's Tipsy Tuesday, y'all should have known. If it's Tipsy Tuesday talk, then y'all should have just grabbed y'all something to drink. I shouldn't have to tell y'all from the previous videos, but yeah. All right, next question. Do you think there is more good or evil in this world? So if we're referring to today's world, I definitely feel like it's a lot more evil than anything. Like, I feel like you can't even give a person $1 without feeling like considered like a lame. You know, you can't dress a certain way, you can't look a certain way. If I want to wear a pink hat with orange pants, it's a problem. If I want to wear a pink shirt and green pants, I look like Patrick. Like, it's just crazy how sensitive this world is. Like, I understand everybody has emotions. I feel like the world has more evil right now because that's what's kind of like being highlighted, especially when it comes to like social media and stuff like that. Even in the news, like, I feel like that's what's being highlighted. We're not seeing a lot of good because, you know, how they say in relationships, like, if you're in a relationship, and I think it was in Why Did I Get Married? I can't remember which one. Maybe it was the first one. I can't remember. But Janet Jackson told her friends to write down like all the good in relationship, all the bad in relationship, and if good outweighs the bad, then you know it's worth fighting for. And I feel like in this case in our world, like, it's not worth it. Like, it's so crazy that a lot of people that are like doing YouTube and just social media influencers stuff, they're actually sharing their lives with us. Like, people are kind of like desensitized to their feelings, their emotions. And I hope I'm using that term correctly, but people are just mean, just evil for no reason. Like, it's like crazy. Like, it's like they always say growing up, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like, and I'm a strong believer in that. Like, if I don't have nothing nice to say, I'd rather not say anything to you at all. One thing Erie said, she said, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I might bullshit you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna bullshit to the end. So, and that's pretty much my take on that. There's definitely more evil in this world. Like, we could take a round turn, but it's all gonna have to start with ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? We can't check nobody else if we're not at home checking ourselves, if that makes sense. Next question is, what are the most important qualities in a friend / a partner? Let me read that again. What are the most important qualities? I feel like the most important qualities in a friend / a partner, for one, is definitely communication. Your communication has to be on point. Has to, you know what I'm saying? And just being attentive and paying attention, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people don't know how to use their words. I've learned that when I was younger, I really didn't know how to use my words. You know, I just, like, if I got mad, I just feel like somebody should know, like, oh, I'm mad. Somebody may not pick up that I'm mad. I have to say, hey, so-and-so, I'm upset because of what you said or what you did. So far as like friends, for sure, like, communication has to be on point. Like, if you have an issue with something that I said or something that I did, you need to, like, flat out, like, tell me. Like, I know, no matter how hard it is, because as I got older as an adult, I feel like I'm having a lot more tough conversations, and they may not be tough conversations. It's just conversations that I'm just not used to having, you know, with a friend or with a partner. Like, if my friend, we go out somewhere and my friend makes a comment about something I don't like and I feel some type of way about it, you know, she or he may not have known that, hey, you know, this was going to offend her. Like, people don't know what's going to offend you unless it happens, unless you sit there and have set boundaries and tell them straight up, like, hey, I'm offended by this, or I'm offended by that, or offended by that. As far as a partner goes, same thing goes with a partner, and it's communication as well. I feel like for both, for a friend and for a partner, just allowing your friend and or your partner to just create a space for them to, one, be vulnerable, because that's kind of hard nowadays. Like, that goes back to the question, like, with the good and evil type of thing. Sometimes you be vulnerable with people and they take it and they kind of use it against you. Like, it's crazy. Like, I can be boo-hoo crying because I just lost my job, and then we go out somewhere and you start acting like, oh, she was just crying or he was just crying the other day because they lost their job. Like, that's kind of weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't use other people's pain as your gain. No pain, no gain. But you get what I'm saying. Like, definitely, like, with friends, you have to create a space. Partners, you have to create a space for people to be vulnerable with you, to actually really be themselves. Because if they're actually comfortable enough and feel safe enough to be themselves around you, you can only imagine where life can take you with them. You get what I'm saying? You get to go places, you get to do things, and it's just I don't know, just creating places like that for people just to be themselves and just allowing them to be themselves. It just makes the world a better place. It makes the relationship a little bit better as well too. Which is more important, what you say or how you say it? I feel like how you say it is more important than what you say. Because I feel like your tone is everything when it comes to, like, you know, communicating, like, what's going on, and what are your concerns. I know for me, sometimes my tone is completely off. When I say off, it's off. I may be, you know what I'm saying, trying to talk to you about something, but it seems like I have attitude behind it. And it's not necessarily attitude, it's more so that I'm very passionate about what I'm talking about or when I'm talking to you. Like, I noticed that I give a lot of tough love because tough love was given to me growing up, even though love was still there, like love, hugs and kisses and stuff like that. But that's just in me. Like, I still have a softer side to me, but when it's time to get serious, it's time to get serious. Like, I'm gonna hold you accountable for your actions, for your words, for what you said you're gonna do, what you want to do. Like, I'm gonna hold you accountable for that. You get what I'm saying? And anything that I say is not coming from a bad place or anything like that. It's definitely coming from a good place because I try to be as genuine, because I want people to be genuine with me when they talk to me about stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been times, like, when I ain't growing up, like me being in the Navy, you know, you're in the military, you can't really have like an attitude and stuff like that. And I had the worst attitude. Like, people know that. Very nonchalant. Can't nobody really tell me anything to do. And it took, you know, a lot of people that probably had some of the same qualities as me to kind of sit me down and be like, listen, you don't have to tone it down. Like, if you're gonna be that way, you better be a boss and be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be that way, like, you can't be acting this way and then you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Like, no. Like, when you're on your stuff, you're doing what you're supposed to do, showing up on time, doing everything that somebody asks you to do, you can have an attitude. You can get away with that. But until then, no ma'am. So next question, how do you recharge? Recharging for me involves watching a lot of YouTube. I've been watching a lot of podcasts lately, like the Know For Sure podcast. I just got into, I think, Rory and Mal, Drinking Champs, because just learning more about these celebrities and influencers and stuff like that. You know, YouTube is my go-to, like, because I enjoy, like, watching other YouTubers and influencers because, one, I want to be in that position. For two, I would like to be in the same places, in the same room as them. So that kind of helps me recharge. Also cleaning my apartment up, that helps me recharge. Doing laundry and just sitting down and just getting organized, as well as, what was I gonna say? Getting organized and just being in a space that allows me to be creative. Like, that helps me recharge. Like, you know, I desire to be a creative director or a marketing director someday. So, because, you know, I thought I wanted my own company for myself, which I still will have my own company with me being a creative director or marketing director. I realized I didn't want a clothing business and stuff like that. So a lot of times when I'm sitting down, you know, being creative, I'm, you know, creating other ideas for other people or having conversations with my friends about the things that they desire to do for their business and stuff like that. That stuff like that helps me recharge, and it makes me happy because, you know, I'm adding value to something that they already have, and I know my ideas are good because God gave them to me. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, next question. I think it's the last question. Hope y'all keeping up with me so far, and I hope y'all are enjoying the video. What part of your culture are you most / least proud of? So if they're referring to, you know, being a black and being an African American in today's world, then the part that I'm most proud of is how much of an impact that African American black people like have on the culture, period. You know, from the way we dress, from the way we talk, the way we act, you know, just everything, like black owned stuff, like everything, like it just, I don't know, it just screams royalty to me. It just screams just melanin, and I don't know. Like when it's time for the black community to make an impact, baby, they're gonna make an impact, and they're not gonna stop, because we've been making an impact for years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things that a lot of people that are influenced by come from black people. You know what I'm saying? So as it all said, if you're talking about that aspect of the culture, then I love the fact of how, you know, they just, when they walk into a room, when they do something, they make a statement. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not half-assed, they're not half-stepping, they're living in their truth, they are walking in their purpose and stuff like that. It just, that's what I love about it. Now what I'm least proud of is how sometimes it's kind of hard for us to come together. You know, we got this stigma about us that we don't stick together, and that's the part that I do not like. And that probably not even just go for, you know, the African American community, the culture, whatever. That probably can go for all races. I mean, I see it in the military. You get what I'm saying? So that's the least part about it. You know, just showing up for each other. Like when it's time to show up, we show up, but staying consistent and not having this attitude or stigma that, oh, I'm going to get something from this. Like, no. Show up just to show up, just because you genuinely want to support somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, people out here have friends who have clothing brands and stuff like that and won't even buy their friends stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people who have clothing brands. I pretty much bought something from just about everybody that I know who have like clothing brands, if I'm not mistaken. If I haven't got to you, baby, trust and believe, I have a list on my phone of people that I'm still looking to buy from. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy that when it's time to make an impact and come together, we'll do it. But after that, if you piss Auntie Lynette off, Uncle John and them off, that's it. That's all. Like why are y'all canceling, you know, the culture? Why are y'all doing that? Like, that's crazy to me. But that's all I have for this Tipsy Tuesday talk. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If y'all would like more videos like this where we're getting into like deeper conversations that, you know, a lot of people don't really talk about, and maybe they are talking about it, it's just I wanted to talk about them with y'all, then make sure y'all let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to pick a question and for y'all to elaborate a little bit more about it, because I would like to hear you guys' opinion. I'm probably going to post this on my Instagram, those questions on my Instagram as well, probably my Facebook, just to get some feedback from people. But alright, I guess peace, love, and hair grease, and I guess I'll see y'all in the next video. Mwah. See y'all next time.